It's about time that something like that happened. My big response is we've been saying it's been happening for 15 years and we've been ignored up until when Rod Sims became the head of the ACCC, and he had a backbone about him and he went out and took him on, and it's been proven what we've said's right. And the bottom line of all this, it affects productivity, it affects innovation. Coles and Woolies are so dominant, they're incredibly dominant, that they can make innovative people not innovative anymore. And that is the big problem for our economy. The domination is far too much, and Jeff Kennett's decision just shows that.
And how, in your view, should that domination be broken up?
Well, I think the government, and it's a big call, they're going to have to look at divestiture. I actually call on Coles and Woolworths to have a look at their impact upon the Australian economy. Now, Coles, for one, I think they get it. They've put $50 million into a fund for innovators. It's a lot of money. They've appointed Jeff Kennett to go out there and recompense people that have been bullied, so at least they've seen that they've done something wrong. But I really believe they need to break themselves up, divest, and then we can have true competition, and then the suppliers can innovate and suit and provide what a broader market wants, rather than having Coles and Woolworths tell them what to do and when to do it. It's a big call, I know, but that's what we need to do.
And you've made that big call. We'll see how the government responds to that down the track. What is the situation generally for small businesses at the moment? What sort of state are they in on a broad basis?
Well, what happened with the budget is all of a sudden there was this big increase in confidence, and small businesses, being people, we run on confidence. We also run on business plans and other things, but confidence is a big part of it. Now, the $20,000 instant tax write-off was a very good thing, and people have accessed that. The tax breaks, which Bruce Bilson managed to get a tax break in there for non-incorporated small businesses, and that was a very different thing we've never seen before. But certainly the government is keen to continue on. Bruce Bilson himself said this is just the beginning. He hasn't said this is the end. They're looking at increasing the threshold for definition of a small business from 2 million to 5 million. What impact that has on the budget is something they'll have to consider, but they're certainly looking at it. I don't know where that will go, and they're looking at other measures. We've got the competition policy review to be considered and come out this year, and also we've got the changes to contract law provisions, which has got to come out as well. And they're big changes. We've been calling for them since 1977. So let's see what we get out of it, but I think as long as there's true competition, it's fine, and as long as there's fairness in negotiations between big and small business, that's fine. But in too many situations at the moment, there's no fairness.
And going back to your point about confidence, have your members reported an increase in confidence, an increase in activity on the back of those small business-focused budget measures?
Well, they have. They've said there's more confidence out there. One of our members is they broker finance for small businesses, and one of them was saying that a lot of the finance is for trucks and cranes. Well, they're worth a lot more than $20,000. But the person buying it will say, look, I've been thinking of getting a new radio or new air conditioning for the truck or whatever it is. That'll cost $15,000, so I'll do that as well because I know I'll get the money back quicker and I don't have to depreciate it over 3 or 4 years. So there's movement.
OK, now you're going to take aim at a fair few people in this speech in Canberra today, Peter, including economists. You're not happy with them, shopping centre landlords and also big mining companies. What should be for the mining industry? Well,
first of all, they're some of the slowest payers in Australia. They take, I think the last Dun & Bradstreet review showed that they were taking on average 56 days to pay their bills, which means that some of them are taking 120 days to pay their bills. That's not a good thing. Small business are people. We need to put food on the table as well, and 120 days is a long time to wait for your bill to get paid. Also, what's going on with tax in that area? They pay a lot of tax in Australia, a lot of royalties, but there's a lot of smoke and mirrors there about how much tax they pay here and how much of their profits they move to Singapore or Luxembourg, and they pay over there at a much lower rate. So a bit of transparency from the big mining companies would help.
And economists, and I'm quoting from the speech you'll give, you reckon they believe in tooth fairies, flying pigs and that Elvis lives. It's a bit harsh, isn't it?
No, it's not. I haven't heard anybody disagree with me. Maybe you disagree with me. Not all economists, of course, but it's the ones who live in textbooks, the ones who thought the competition policy that we had was fine, the ones who think, look, if you close your eyes and then you open them in 10 years, the world will be a fine place. And it doesn't work like that. And that's why one of the solutions, or the big solution we've got, is the empowerment of local business communities to have some influence over their small economies. And if we have 100 small economies in Australia that are performing well, then the whole economy functions and performs well. But we've got to get down to the grassroots. We've got to get down to small and medium businesses out there in the communities of Australia and give them the capacity to have an influence upon their economies.
OK, Peter Strong, we know a lot of small business owners around the country watch this show. Good luck with your speech today.
Thank you.